Hello and welcome to my vlog about my trip to the International Campervan Show and the Adventure Overland Show. Two shows, same time and date, same location, might as well be one show, but inexplicably it's two. Anyway, I'm off there, going to meet a load of other YouTubers and Instagrammers, as well as a load of hopefully very interesting campervans.
It all looked very promising as I drove onto the site.
Well, I've made it to the showground, and that showground is actually Stratford Racecourse. I'm assured, but by the weekend over there is going to be absolutely rammed with campervans and tents and hundreds of thousands of people. First order of business is to fill up my water tank, which is not looking too healthy at the moment. Look at all these YouTubers. In a special little YouTuber area to keep them away from the general public. How wise. It's Thursday afternoon, the show isn't officially on till Saturday and Sunday, I think, but already there are hordes of people and vans here, so while it's quiet, I thought I'd go for a quick look round, but apparently it will be absolutely rammed over the weekend.
Right, let's have a little wander round, even though it's early days, so there won't be much to see.
There's even a queue to get in already.
There was a section for trading stands that were beginning to set up and get their tents and tables put up, no doubt hoping for good weather at the weekend. And the inevitable food trucks. Here's where it gets more interesting, with early campervan arrivals hinting at some of the variety to come. I've never seen one of these American school buses in person, so I made a note to come back later for a look around. Inevitably, there were some Volkswagens. This one looking as though it was set for a trip across the desert, or a zombie apocalypse. Somewhat larger was this converted horse box, which the owners kindly let me look around there and then, guarded by a ferocious beast. You get lots of living space inside this. Notably a large bed up front over the cab, with a kitchen area immediately next to it. Step back into what was the horse stalls and you find a decent-sized toilet and shower, with a sliding door to save space. Here's one of the owners, relaxing on the sofa. Look how cosy this all is. It's like a cottage on wheels. With even a tiny wood burner. Out the back, best of all, a raised garden space, complete with fake grass. Nearby, monster trucks which looked capable of tackling any terrain lurked menacingly, but impressively. I'd like one, in theory, but how easy they are around tiny British roads I don't know. I'd have one of these though, an ingenious self-conversion of a Land Rover to a truck camper.
Lots and lots of open space, but I am assured all of this is going to be full of vans. It's just a huge area. The middle of a racecourse is a huge area. It is going to be, I'm going to say it, fantastic.
Away from the overlanding, conventional motorhomes were parked. Some gathering by clan, others on their own.
I'm pretty sure there is some kind of organisational strategy here in the way that all the different vans are located, but I'm darned if I can work out what it is. But it's huge. There's just so much to see.
Back in the YouTuber section, my little van looked tiny amongst all of its neighbours.
It is rather later on. It is now dark outside and actually getting quite chilly after it was all very, very warm today. Time for some supper. I'm going to have a sausage roll and baked beans. Oh yeah, quality cuisine. beans, sausage roll. And there's the finished product, which I think we can all agree is worthy of a Michelin star. Possibly 2.
Friday morning dawned bright and pleasant. There was a gentle bustle of activity to be heard.
Kettle's on, as you can see. The fan is on, hence the whirring noise. And I'm heating up the Ridge Monkey because so many people in the comments on my Q&A said use the Ridge Monkey for toast. So that you can just see it. It's got some little wisps coming off it. Anyway, it's nice and hot. Oh, kettle's boiling. Need to make the tea.
30 seconds of vigorous teabag stirring is all you need for a nice cuppa. Meanwhile, I plopped the first bit of bread into the Ridge Monkey, gave it a few seconds, and then flipped it over.
I've slightly overdone it. There's quite a lot of smoke coming off, and I fear the alarm is going to go off. So I've stashed a coat on top of the fire alarm, held up by the bread and my fleece, because I don't want to disturb all the other people here. It's relatively early in the morning.
Breakfast over, I went to see how the traders were getting on with setting up their stands, and things had certainly progressed, with lots of stock now out on display and ready to buy. I love browsing things like this, so many interesting things to pick up and bargains to be had.
She's very excited about it.
Then I remembered the American school bus and went back to see if I could go aboard. The owner was there and was happy to let me film.
It's a 1980 Crown Supercoach from California. We've got the history of where it worked. We've had the driver speak to us on the internet. We've had the mechanic speak to us on the internet when we've had issues. And we converted it ourselves just when lockdown started. All recycled as much as possible and upcycled as green as we could make it. If you look through, it's 36 feet long. It's got a Detroit diesel engine that's bang in the middle, aluminium bus, and yeah, we love it.
It's certainly very cosy and spacious inside, with a relatively huge kitchen spread along both sides, which ends in a breakfast bar. Step further back and you have a portable toilet in its own space. I'm not sure if this was a shower room as well or not. There's a large bedroom at the back.
It is Saturday morning, the first day that the show is officially open as a show, rather than just lots of campervanners. And it's a tad foggy, but I suspect that's going to burn off in a bit. From all across the campsite, all I can smell is bacon from hundreds of campervans. Oh, it smells wonderful. For my breakfast, I am attempting these Easy Mix American style pancakes, which I will have with this maple syrup. Thing is, I don't want the whole packet, so I'm trying to divide up into half a packet by eye, as I don't have anything to measure. I think that's half a packet. Now I've got to work out what 150 ml of milk looks like and put that in. And I'm going to make little micro pancakes in this non-stick pan. Now I'm no culinary expert, of course, but that kind of looks like pancake mix consistency to me. So I'm going to go with that. Ah! Right. Small amount of butter, oil in a large frying circular platter. No, I haven't got a large one. Medium heat. Okay, medium heat. That's on medium for a very tiny pan. I didn't control it accurately. Right, okay, let's do a squirt of oil. Oh yeah, that's clearly alive, isn't it? Don't know how much of this stuff you need. And then a spoonful of this stuff. There. Possibly that needs to be a bit thinner. How long are we supposed to give these? Cook until bubbles start to appear, flip the pancakes over and cook for a further 1 to 2 minutes. It's possible that there's too much mix there. It's not spreading out very much. That's a very thick. I know American pancakes are very thick, but oh well, we'll see how it goes. I have flipped the pancake, and I think that looks all right on the bottom. So a couple of minutes on the other side. It's very exciting. Lightly drizzled in maple-ish syrup. It's not unpleasant, but I think it was too thick. A bit texture of mix rather than flavour. Edible. Edible though.
Breakfast done, I stuck my head out of the van door to see if showgoers had begun to turn up. And they had, but it was still quite quiet, so I went for another browse around, now that the event was officially open.
This is called Similar in Familiar Ways. And it's about the fact, you know, there's a lot of people out there in the world. We all look different.
There was a lot more still to see, including these tent things on top of pickup trucks. And sturdy robustness on wheels. More Defenders with a pop top. And some were even for sale, kitted out for adventure. In Britain, anything bigger than a camper van is considered big, so one of these coach campers is colossal, and not cheap, I'll wager.
There is a problem here, inasmuch as the show is absolutely massive, and that is both great, full day out, if not 2 days out, looking at everything, but incredibly hard to get round with a camcorder, because I will have shown you less than 10% by the end. It's just car campers and camper vans and huge horsebox and other converted vehicles. Just every kind of vehicle that you could go camping in is here. It's the most mind-boggling selection I've ever seen.
So here's a quick montage. Sunday did not get off to an auspicious start. I'd spent much of Saturday in the van chatting to viewers and random passers-by, and was anticipating much the same again. Eventually the rain cleared, and as the racecourse dried, so the crowds came to visit once more. I had a great time. I would like to say thank you to everyone who came to say hello. Cheerio!